Do you really need embroidery software? That's the question we will be tackling. Welcome to the Sewing Report. I'm Jen. This channel is all about making sewing fun and approachable. I have been getting a lot of questions on a lot of my embroidery machine videos about the software. Do you need it? What kind should you get? So I wanted to share my honest thoughts with you as someone who's been using embroidery machines for several years. Now, a couple quick disclaimers. I personally only have Brother embroidery machines, so I do not have experience with any machines outside that particular realm. I'm also not any sort of embroidery expert. I'm simply a hobbyist sharing my experiences with you here on the channel. I also do not provide one-on-one assistance, so please don't contact me personally with questions or issues with your machine or anything else. I am just not able to provide that type of assistance. All right, so let's talk about embroidery software. And I want to be frank with you on whether I think certain types of users might need it, who might benefit from getting embroidery software. I also only have experience with one particular type of software. I also don't do any sort of digitizing. So digitizing is a whole other realm of thing, and digitizing is creating your own embroidery designs. I also have a conversation that I did about a year ago with an embroidery expert, Erich Campbell. I will link that video below in the description box, and also I'll link to my embroidery software playlist as well, because some questions you have that I don't address in this video might be answered in those other videos. I show you different steps, different ways to use the software. Okay, so I have three different embroidery machines. I have the Brother PE 800, the Brother PE 900, and I also have the Brother Skitch PP1. Now, they're different iterations of Brother embroidery machines, and they have different technological capabilities. So the Brother PE 800, the only way to get the design, if you're using an external design, onto the machine is through a USB drive like this one. So, and I have some tutorials and how-to videos on a lot of these aspects. So I won't be addressing every single thing in this one, but I've been using, again, I did used to work at CNN, not a plug or anything, but I just got this and I've been using this, and this is what I store all of my embroidery designs on. So the Brother PE 800 has a slot on the back where you stick this in, and I have a dedicated video on how to get your designs from the computer or your laptop onto the embroidery machine. So this is probably my favorite way of transferring designs. It's easy, it's quick. There's not a lot of things that can go wrong. So I would say this is my preferred method of transferring designs personally. That machine also does not have Wi-Fi or anything like that. I have a Brother PE 900. That one has a USB slot, but it also has Wi-Fi on it, and you can transfer designs in addition to the USB drive via, there's like a Brother database transfer thing that I personally don't really like that much. You can also use the Brother Artspira app, so it does have that capability as well. I've told you my thoughts on the Artspira app. I'm not crazy about it. I have to use it because the Brother Skitch does not have any onboard controls or a USB slot. So the Brother PE 800 and the Brother PE 900 do have USB slots. The Brother Skitch does not have a USB slot, so I can't transfer designs using my flash drive. It does not have any onboard functions. The only way to control or transfer designs on the Brother Skitch is using the Brother Artspira app. So yeah. And again, this is all within the Brother ecosystem. I know each manufacturer has their own thing. I'm not familiar with the other ones just because I personally only use Brother machines. By the way, this is obviously not sponsored. I paid for all of the things I'm talking about, the machines. I also purchased my embroidery software, although I am an affiliate, and I use Embrilliance. So I'll kind of walk you through my thought process. And for a while, and I have a video on this, I was using the Embrilliance free version. I'm going to bring up the website here. Hold on a sec. This is the Embrilliance website. There's different tiers you can purchase. I do find this software is, in my opinion, it's easy to use, especially if you're like a beginner like me, especially if you're not digitizing. They do have a version called Stitch Artist, and there's different levels. So I'll tell you what I like about the Embrilliance ecosystem because I find it fits my needs. And I'll also talk about whether or not you really need embroidery software to begin with. I'm glad I purchased it. For a while, I was using the Embrilliance. They have one called Express Mode, and that one is free. And you can do very basic things. So you can import BX fonts into Embrilliance. You can type out words, sayings, that type of thing. You can do, I think, designs. You can like import designs, but you can't mix up font or lettering with a design you import. So that is the paid version. So the free version is fairly limited, but I was using Embrilliance Express, the free version, for I would say at least 2 years before I upgraded. So if you're just getting into embroidery and you don't know what's going on, you're trying to figure out what you want to do, I would just say go to the Embrilliance website, use my link, and just download the free version. So here is the free version, and it is available for Mac and Windows. So you can use them on your Apple computers, you can use them on your PCs. Yeah, the free version is great, and again, I use that for quite a while. One benefit that I will say is that it's not cloud-based, so you can use this without an internet connection. You do have to download the software, but you can use it offline. So that is a big plus for me. I'm not a huge fan of anything that's cloud-based just because I find that, yeah, again, I don't really want the company to be able to control how I use the digital product. Plus, what if there's a power outage or you don't have internet connection or cell service or whatever? That can be another obstacle. So I really like that you can use this product offline. There's also different upgrades. So if you kind of feel like you want to upgrade, they have different prorated prices. So say you get like Stitch Artist level 1. So let's go here. So this is $169. It's currently on sale. Again, this might not be the current prices. Check the current prices, but they do have a lot of frequent sales and specials and that sort of thing. So say I want to get Stitch Artist level 1, you can purchase that. But then they also have different, so say you wanted to upgrade to level 2 or 3, they have different levels where you can upgrade from there. You know what I mean? So you can upgrade from, let's see here. So you don't have to pay the full price if you wanted to get Stitch level or Stitch Artist level 2. You can actually, it's actually kind of cool because you can sort of move up if you want to get more advanced, but you don't have to pay the full price all over again. They have like prorated levels and stuff like that. So yeah, here we go. So here's like upgrade from, here's our Stitch Artist level 3. Oh, it's on, that's a pretty good sale too. But you can also, if you want to upgrade from level 1 to level 3, there's a different price. So you don't have to have buyer's remorse if you purchase Stitch Artist level 1, but then you wish you'd purchase Stitch Artist level 3, you get a prorated price with the upgrade. So that I think is awesome. And if you're not aware, embroidery software can be really expensive. And that's something I think a lot of people don't know when you're sort of getting into it. There are quite a few on the market. I think one of the most popular ones is Wilcom Hatch. And that one I believe is over $1,000. Yeah, it's pretty expensive. You still have to learn the software. So there's kind of a steep learning curve with that. So this is pretty cool. So if you wanted to get level 3, it's on sale for about $649. So different products within Embrilliance do different things. So I actually don't have these because I don't digitize or anything. I have Essentials. So Essentials is fairly budget friendly. Also, another plus is that you don't have to do the subscription mode. I don't like how a lot of these companies are trying to trap you into buying some sort of forced subscription like Adobe, Artspira, looking at you guys. It seems like in a world where everything is going to a monthly payment, I really like that Embrilliance has so far stayed away from that. Cricut, y'all know what I'm talking about. So I have Embrilliance Essentials. It kind of allows you to do like basic editing. So I'm a fan. So I've had Embrilliance Essentials for a few years now. I did purchase it myself. Again, affiliate link down below in the description box. Also available on Mac and PCs. So, and you can see all of the features here. So it's really nice. You can merge embroidery designs, resize, colorize, add lettering. It includes 14 scalable fonts. But I really like that you can import your own fonts that I purchased on Etsy and that sort of thing. And I can use them within the software. So that's really nice. So you can modify lettering, you can sequence lettering. It also has like a really cool stitch preview, so you can see how the design will stitch out. You can get rid of redundant stitching. So it has a lot of really great features. Oh, you can also save appliques as a cut file. So if you want to cut out the applique fabric, you can do that on an electronic cutting machine. You can save your design into any machine format. Very nice. So a lot of really great features that and for me personally, I don't think I'm going to need more than this. So I'm not planning to digitize anything. If I have something that I want specific, I actually will pay a digitizer to digitize the design for me because that's just not my wheelhouse. I don't want to get into that sort of thing. And as I discussed with Erich Campbell, the embroidery expert, who he actually works with Embrilliance, some software does have an auto digitizing feature. And this is something people ask all the time is, hey Jen, can you just put a picture or an image into the machine and can it just stitch out that design? Not really. And there are some advanced machines, or there's a feature if you have the Artspira Plus subscription, there is sort of a very primitive auto digitizing feature. Erich, the expert, says he really does not like auto digitizing. It doesn't pick out a lot of the details. It's really not that great. So he does not recommend doing auto digitizing for any quality embroidery design work, especially not if you are selling things or you have a business. So, and again, learning how to digitize properly is quite a task. So I actually did find someone that digitizes designs. I'll actually leave this guy's website below. It's like Vitor Digitizing. He's fairly reasonable. This guy's based out of Brazil, and he's kind of quick. Like, he can get you a design back in a few days. I find his pricing is very reasonable. So whenever I've needed to get anything digitized, I just go to this particular person. He was actually recommended by Erich Campbell, and I find his work has been pretty good so far. Again, I could pay $1,000 and then spend hundreds of hours learning to digitize, or I could just pay this person a nominal amount of money and have them do it. So I prefer that route myself because there's just not a lot of stuff I need custom digitizing for. Very rarely. I normally purchase designs that are already done or do like fonts and stuff. So I don't really need to learn how to digitize. I'm not going to. It's not something I'm not into. So that's kind of where I'm at. All right, so let's go back to the website here. So yeah, lots of features with Embrilliance Essentials. And you can, again, also, I did not know this, but you can actually install, so here's the frequently asked questions page. So you can actually install your software on multiple devices. So which I did not know. So that's really cool. Can I install on more than one computer? Yes, your Embrilliance license is for as many computers as you own, and you can even mix Mac and Windows. That's nice because I actually have both Mac and PC, and it's nice that I could put that on my laptop or I have multiple computers. So I did not know that, but I will probably be doing that because, yeah, I think that's cool. So you can install it on multiple computers. And another great thing, again, besides it not requiring you to pay for a subscription, it actually supports, so if you pay the one price, it's a la carte, you own it forever. You also get access to all of the updates. So you're not using an outdated version of Embrilliance. You get to use the latest version. So they do make improvements to the software every once in a while, so that is kind of nice. I also did not know that until I was looking at the website one day. So I was like, okay, cool. So there are a lot of different products with Embrilliance. Yeah, very nice. I think this software is a really good value, and I do recommend it if you do want to use embroidery software. It's a good way to get started. You can start off with the free express mode and then see if you want to maybe upgrade to essentials, but I personally really like essentials. It does everything you need. They have different products, like you can get a thumbnail, so this will allow you to see the design thumbnail, because your computer won't really recognize it. But I don't really find maybe I'll buy it somewhere someday. I don't know. They also have they have their own fonts, so lots of different products. So if you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. I don't know if I'll be able to answer them. The other thing I would recommend, go over to Erich Campbell's channel on YouTube. He has a lot of live streams where he answers questions and whatnot, so that might be helpful for you as well. And he's a lot better than me at answering all of the technical questions. All right, so I do want to get into the actual software here. Okay, so here is the software here. So when you open up Embrilliance, this is what it looks like. And you can, you can change, zoom out. And this is already set up for a 4x4-inch hoop. And you can change it, And so you can see it in this help section here. You can check for updates, so you can make sure that you've got everything up to date. I keep my embroidery design files in like some designated folders. So here I'll show you. So you can sort of drag and drop. So here is, all right, and mine have the .pes file format because that's what Brother uses. All right, so I'm just gonna, all right, let's see here. Let me just grab, I don't know if this one will work. Okay, that one's too big. So this is a baby zebra, but you can drag and drop into your little workspace here. Again, really easy, and I find the user interface is pretty beginner friendly, and it's fairly intuitive in my opinion. All right, here we go. Here's an applique. That's actually a little big. And you can see, like, here, it tells you the stitch, kind of tells you what stitch all the stitch colors here. You can change the colors. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can actually change the order. I don't know if you want to, but I believe you can change the order of stuff. And right here is the stitch preview here up at the top. So you can drag the bar here and it will see, it'll give you a little preview of, and this actually is helpful quite often. So lots of different things. Here, I'll show you how to do text. So, all right, up at the top, you see this letter A here. Here's how you do text. I'm going to do my name here. Let's do Jen. Okay, so this is the default text, but you can see here I have all kinds of fonts here. The ones that are this like light purple color, those are the ones that come with Embrilliance. All of the other colors, like the teal, the pink, the greens, these are all imported fonts. So here we go. So these are all fonts that I purchased from another place, the BX fonts. And all I did was, all you have to do is like drag and drop. And I have a video on how to do it, but you just drag and drop it into your workspace and it automatically saves. All right, here we go. So you can see all different stuff. Another thing you can do that I like is you can change the spacing. You can move around so if I didn't like the default, you could kind of move this. All right, so say I wanted it like this. You can also select individual letters here. And you can move. So say I wanted the E to connect with the N, you can move it like this. You can also, let's see here, center this whole thing here. So center the design, so this centers it. So lots of different ways you can manipulate the design, change things around, edit it. Very cool stuff. And if you do have the onboard functions like the PE800 or the PE900, you can manipulate and change and edit the designs on the machine itself. But after using Embrilliance Essentials, I find it's just a lot easier for me to do it on the computer. I can use a mouse. I'm not like clicking buttons. Like I just find it's very not user-friendly doing it on the machine. If you're into apps and you like doing things on your phone or your tablet, you can use the Artspira app. Downsides though with the Artspira app is you cannot import fonts. So I had somebody ask that you can't import fonts. So if you find a font you like, you can put it into Embrilliance, but the Artspira app currently is only has 10 free fonts and 20 paid fonts, so 30 fonts total. If the font is not in Artspira, then you can't do it. But if I'm using Embrilliance, I can actually create a text-based design, save it as a .pes file, and then I can actually get it into Artspira. Now they did change this because originally the feature to import external files was behind the paywall. Artspira costs $12.99 per month or $119.99 per year or annually. And originally, before we made a stink about it, the import file feature was behind the paywall. But then they changed it, so now you can do it for free. You are limited to only being able to save 20 designs at a time. So you can see here, these are my 20 designs here. And if I want to, so I'm using like 9 out of 20. If I want to get more than that, I would have to pay for Artspira Plus, or I would have to delete some of these and clean it out. So you're not limited on how many designs you upload. You're just limited on how many designs you can save. So I would say, though, if you're just doing basic stuff and you're just experimenting, you probably don't need to pay for embroidery software quite yet. What I would do is I would, again, play around with maybe the built-in designs in your machine, or if you have the Brother Sketch, play around with the free version of Artspira just to kind of learn the machine, learn how things work and that kind of thing. You could also download the free version of Embrilliance Express mode and just kind of get a feel for it there. See if you like it, see if you want to invest in embroidery software. I don't think everybody absolutely needs to purchase embroidery software, but I do find it helpful and I'm glad I have it. And I'm back over at Embrilliance. If you go to edit preferences, here is where you can change the hoop size here. So right now I'm at 100 by 100 or approximately 4 by 4. I'm trying to remember which one is the 5 by 7. I think it might be, let's see here. So here's 14 by 14, 14 by 8, 12 by 4, 8 by 12. All right, 7 by 12. All right, one of these is the 5 by 7. Okay, so it's probably going to be, okay, so 130 millimeter by 180 millimeters is the 5 by 7 inch hoop. You can also change the orientation so you can, let's see here, you can flip this. All right, so you can rotate this. Okay, so you can have it be horizontal or you can have it be more of a vertical layout. So you can change the hoop size. So this is now the 5 by 7. I believe the Embrilliance Essentials also has the multi-hoop feature. So if you want to try to split the design and do it in, I believe there's a thing, I'm going to try this out, where if you use a 5 by 12 inch hoop, where you can split the design and have it be so you can do kind of a bigger design on the Brother PE 800 or 900. I'm going to try that sometime because I saw a tutorial on it and I thought it looked pretty cool. So I'm going to try to look into that at some point. Quick edit, I did figure out how to do the multi-hoop. So I do have a 5 by 12 inch hoop that I bought kind of an aftermarket part and I got it on Amazon. All right, so if you go to edit and then go to preferences and then you go to hoops. So there's normal here. So if you go to hoop style, there's normal. And this is all the standard ones. And then there's multi-position. So if you go to multi-position, so you can, see it says the design centers are offset from each other. So there is this 7 by 4, or there is a 12 by 5. So this is the one that I have. So I'm going to try this out. I've not, and this is how you can do designs that are larger than your own hoop. It'll just kind of do it in steps here. All right, so, all right, and then you can rotate it or not rotate it. So rotating it at 90 degrees will put it horizontally. All right, so, and then I just did my name, and it's obviously bigger than a regular hoop. I'll add an S here just to, you know, make it longer. Okay. Oh wait. All right. Let me undo this. How do I undo? Let's see here. Can I undo? Okay, here we go. Kind of didn't want to. All right. It's here centered. And let me see how this saves. Let's see here. Because again, I have not tried out the multi-position hoop thing before, but this is kind of interesting. All right, so let's see what happens if we save the stitch file. Save as, okay, oh, it says split design. Okay, interesting. All right, let's do Jennifer. Okay, split design, Jennifer. All right, let's do that. All right, how does it save? I'm just curious to see how it saves here. So you can see it saved as split design Jennifer bottom number 1 and then number 2. Let's see what happens if you put it in. Let's see what happens when you stick it in here. That's interesting. Huh. All right. We'll figure this out later, but you can do it. So that's good to know. I have not actually really stretched my capabilities with the software. There's still a lot of stuff I can learn, but there's a lot you can do even with the Embrilliance Essentials product, and I just really like the software so far. It fits my needs. I don't really feel like I personally need more than this, but it's been great to use. And then you can save your working file, so you can save the project, or you can save the stitch file, or you can do both. So you can save stitch and working, you can either save this project file, just the stitch, you know, the embroidery design, or you can do both. Like, I feel like it doesn't take too long to figure out, especially if you're good with computer programs. So if you're pretty tech savvy, this should be kind of a breeze for you. Now, there are some major differences between like Artspira and the Embrilliance products. I think if you just want to, like, if you just want to do designs that you purchase, you're not going to change them, you're not going to edit them, you're not really going to do a lot of text-based things, and you have a Wi-Fi brother machine that has Artspira access, you might be able to get away with using the free version of Artspira. But if you want to do anything, if you want to edit the design, change things around, move things, combine things, you know, add a lot of elements, or do anything text-based, that's, you know, and you don't, you know, check. And again, maybe download the Artspira app, download the free version of Embrilliance Express. And again, you can do those things for free. So you can kind of see what you think about them and try to figure out what your needs are. But I just wanted to do a quick walkthrough and sort of an explainer about the software I have, and just talk about my thought process and why I purchased this. Again, I don't have experience with a lot of the other popular embroidery softwares. I'm pretty happy with this, so I don't really feel like I need a lot of other stuff. So that's where I'm at. I just wanted to take a few minutes and just talk about my software decisions. But let me know what you think about this video. Check out some of my other embroidery videos as well. I have quite a few of them here. I will see you guys again in the next one. I'm Jen with the Sewing Report. And remember, whatever you're doing, make it fun.